So you want to create a viral pin to start driving high amounts of traffic to your Etsy shop? Well, you're in the right place, because in this video, I'm going to show you how. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to create a pin template using the free design tool Canva. Now you know how much I love and use and recommend Canva, so it should come as no surprise that we're going to be using it in today's tutorial. But I'm going to show you how to design it based on the exact pins that I've used for my own Etsy shop, Penny Street Studio. And the reason why I'm going to base it on these pins is because I know that it's worked for my own business. So before we actually get into this tutorial, let's head on over to my own Pinterest account, so that way I can show you exactly how much traffic it's brought to my Etsy shop and what pins are actually converting. Because let's be honest here, your impressions and your views, they're nice, but really they're just vanity metrics. What we're interested in is seeing how many people actually click on our pin, get directed to our Etsy shop, and then make a purchase, because those are the metrics that actually matter in our business. So let's head on over to my computer now, where I can show you some of those pins that I've created for my own shop, and then we'll go ahead and create a template that you can use for your own Etsy shop. Okay, so I'm just in the back end of my Pinterest account for Penny Street Studio. You can see that I'm just logged in here. And when you've got your Pinterest for Business account all set up properly, you'll have access to all the data that comes along with your Pinterest account. So all I did was I went up here to where it says Analytics, and I went to Overview. So I'm not here to show you my impressions, my total audience, or my engagement. What I'm really interested in showing you today are the pins that are actually converting for me. So the pins that are clicking through to my Etsy shop listings directly. So when we scroll down, it's going to give you some information about the top boards of your Pinterest account. And then it's also going to give you some information of your top pins. And that is the information that we want to have a look at today. Now, by default, it's going to show you the impressions. Now, like I mentioned, we're not interested in the impressions that we're getting for our pins. I'm more interested in the click-through rate. So if you just click down where this arrow is, you can go to link clicks. So I'm just going to select that. And what it's going to do is it's going to give me my top performing pins based on how many people have clicked the actual link. So let's just have a look at this top three. If you hover over the small thumbnail, it'll just give you an expanded version. So here is just a pretty simple pin. It's got the title, so the brand board template, and then it's got what the actual template includes. So really you just have to put yourself in the mind of the Pinterest user. You have to put yourself in the mind of your ideal Etsy shop customer. And by doing this, you're able to go, okay, well, if I was my ideal customer and I was searching on Pinterest, what am I looking for? What's going to grab my attention? What is going to help me solve my problem? And when you're creating your pins, this is what you want to think about, is you want your pin to solve somebody's problem. So in the case of this pin, the problem is that this person is looking to create a brand board for their business or for their personal use. And this pin is saying, well, you can go from this and you can create this. Okay, so that's just one example. And we can see here, I've received 88 total link clicks from this pin, which is really quite impressive. The next one down. So this one here is a pin that drives traffic to my template, which is it's a pricing and services portfolio template. So at the top here, we've got a really clear title. So book out your services. So again, I thought about what is the problem of the Pinterest searcher or the Etsy shop searcher. So maybe they're a VA. So maybe they're a virtual assistant and they're in the beginning stages of their business and they want to book out their services. They're finding it hard because they can't impress potential clients. Well, this is telling them that if you purchase this template, that you could potentially book out your services because your clients will be so impressed with your portfolio template that they'll want to, book discovery calls with you and then book out your services. So you can see here that I've got the title, it describes what it can do and what the actual product is, and then it gives a little bit of a mock-up as well. I find that these pins with mock-ups work really, really well. Additionally, I've got this arrow, so it's just kind of drawing your attention to the mock-up, and And then I've got a small description which says includes a 16-page portfolio template to use with Canva, and then I've included the Canva logo at the bottom there so that people know exactly what they're getting. So as we can see, we've received 78 link clicks from this. The reason why I'm drawing your attention to the link clicks is because these link clicks have actually converted into sales for me. It's all well and good to have, like, for example, if we scroll right up here, some of my Pinterest boards have had, 25,000 impressions, but that means nothing to me if nobody is clicking to my products, okay? So let's just show one more here. So let's go this third one here. So again, I've got a clear title. So it's an Etsy shop editable branding kit, and it says that you can make over your Etsy shop in minutes. So again, it's solving a problem. So somebody who wants to update their Etsy shop branding can do it within minutes just by using this Etsy shop branding kit template. Okay, and then again, we've got the mock-up. So I've got a screen here, a computer screen, and then a mock-up of what your Etsy shop could look like using this template. Okay, so perhaps we'll use these 3 pins and I will show you how to create them in Canva. So let's head on over to Canva now, and I'll show you how you can easily create these templates to use for your own Etsy shop. Okay, so let's go ahead and create this first template. So what you want to do is you want to create a custom design. So here where it's got create a design, just click that button. Now you can use custom dimensions, or if you start typing in Pinterest, Canva will actually give you a template that you can use. So it's going to create the exact dimensions that you can use within Pinterest. So just click here where it says Pinterest pin, and it's going to give you a 1000 by 1500. So it's a 2:3 ratio. Now the key when creating pins for your Pinterest account is you want to use vertical long pins rather than square or horizontal pins, because the pins that perform best are those portrait style pins. So let's click on that, and it's going to open up a blank template. Okay, so let's get designing. So if I just head on over quickly to Pinterest and let's have a look, let's actually click into this one here, just so we can get a better idea of what we're working with. Okay, so what we've got is we've got this border, we've got like a gray background, we've got a title up here, and then our mock-ups here. So let's go ahead and start creating. So to add a background, it's just as easy as clicking here and selecting a color. So I'm going to just go this gray color here. Now let's create a fun border. Now you can do this by going to the left here where it's got elements, and then Canva are going to give you a whole heap of different elements that you can use within your graphic template. For the border, all I did was go to shapes, and then I scrolled down till I found this square box here. Now just click on that and it'll import it straight into your template. Now all you want to do is you want to manipulate it to create a border for your Pinterest pin. I'm just going to go ahead and speed this up now. Okay, so we've created a border here. If we go back to our pin, you can see here I've got this made in Canva element. Now that was actually directly from Canva itself. Now that's the awesome thing about Canva, is that they have so many free graphics and templates that you can use to easily create any graphic really for your business. Now to do that, all I did was here where it's got search elements. Now depending on whether or not you've got Canva Pro or not, it might just say search elements rather than search elements Pro. But I'm just going to type in here Canva, and you can see all these elements here. Now I'm just going to find that one. So here, that's the one I used for this pin. So I'm going to upload that. Okay, now let's go ahead and add some text. So all you'll need to do for that is just go here to the left hand side where it says text. Now this may or may not look a little bit different for you depending on whether or not you have Canva Pro or not. Because I use Canva Pro, I can upload my own fonts. So I'm just going to go ahead and use these fonts for now. So just click on it and then it'll import it into your template. You can easily move it around, change the sizes just by using this toggle. Alternatively, you can come up here to change your sizing. I'm just going to type in brand board. Now you just want to take note that you don't want to use too much script text within your pins. You want it to be as clear and concise as possible. People have a very short attention span when it comes to anything on their net. So you just want to make sure that people can easily and quickly read something. So I'm just probably going to use script text just minimally in here. Maneuvering it around and playing with the sizing like so. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and import a couple of images now to show off my brand board. Okay, so these are just a couple of the files that I've uploaded into my Canva account. It's as easy as just picking out your files and then drag and dropping. I've already had these uploaded, so I'm just going to go ahead and insert them into my template. Now you can either insert them by clicking like this, and it'll insert into your template, or you can drag like so. Okay, so now let's just maneuver these to position similar to the pin that we've already created. So I'm going to position this down here and then this one down here. And I'm going to select both of them and just resize them. There we go. So that's looking okay. I might just maneuver this border out a little bit. Okay, now let's go ahead and add a couple more elements. Let's, if we go back, have a look. It says from this to this with an arrow. So let's do that now. You can do this by going back to elements and then clicking here, typing in arrow, and it's going to give you a list of all these different arrows that you can use. So yeah, this search area is like your best friend. Whatever you're thinking about adding to your template is as easy as just typing in here. Okay, we can see this arrow here similar to the one that we used, so let's import that. Now to change the color of it, you just want to go up here where it says color, and then you can change it to black, or you can choose any other color that you like. Now we want to flip it like so and resize it. Wonderful. Yeah, so just have a play around with it just to get it looking just the way you like. So you can see how easy it is to create these pins that have so much potential to go viral. Now I want to add some more text, and we're going to add this text here. Let's just make this a bit bigger. And let's make this a bit more bold. And let's change the size. Very nice. And let's go from this. Okay, so let's have a look. I might make this a bit smaller. Might change the color of this and change the color of the background. Maybe something like that. I might just add in a box at the back here just to kind of separate this area from this area. So to do that, just go elements and go here to shapes and just select this box. Now let's maneuver it here like so, perhaps to there, maneuver it out. What I want to do is I want to make this white, and then I want to change the opacity just by going here. So where it says transparency, let's go 70. Okay, now let's take this all the way to the back. So you want to change the position and go to back here. Much better. Okay, so it's not identical to the Pinterest pin that we've created here, but it's very similar. So you can easily recreate a pin very similar to the ones that I've created in my own Etsy shop for my own Pinterest account that has driven 50%, actually over 50% of the traffic to my Etsy shop. Okay, now let's go ahead and create the next 2 pin templates for you. What I might do is I'll go through the entire process and maybe just speed it up a little bit so that way you can see how I've done it without having to have me go through it, you know, step by step by step by step, because you've got the general idea by creating this 1 pin template. Now, I just thought I would mention before I get into those next 2 pins, the beautiful thing is about creating this template is that you can use it over and over and over and over and over again. All you have to do is just make a couple of changes. If you have a different product that's similar, all you got to do is just change out your text and change out these images, and then you've got a brand new pin ready to upload into Pinterest. So just keep that in mind when you're creating your pin templates. All right, I'm going to create the next pin just by going here where it says add new page. I'm going to delete the background, and let's go back to Pinterest, and here where it's got get booked out, let's click on that one. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and create a duplicate version of this pin template, and we'll see how it turns out once I'm finished. Now, if we go back to this Pinterest template, I just wanted to show you. Now, in order for me to create this mock-up, it was a little bit more detailed because you can see the shadowing effect, but I'll just show you quickly how you can do something that's a little bit more simple, but has that same effect, so that same shadow effect. So all you have to do is go back to Canva. So in order to do that, all you need to do is upload your image into the template. So I'll just go ahead and do that now. Okay, and then what you want to do is you want to go to Elements. You want to click on here, Shapes, and what you want to do is you kind of want to trace the shape like so, and then change the color to black, and then just turn down the transparency like so, and then all you want to do is you want to slightly position it out to the side and then down, okay, and then position it backward. Fantastic. Now let's just group those two together. Go group, and then let's resize it a tad. Okay, so that's good, and let's just turn this around a bit to the side. Lovely. Now let's change the color of this. Opacity, maybe we'll turn it down a bit. Okay, looking good. Maybe resize it just a little bit more. Fantastic. Then we've got a little bit more text. Okay, so there you go. That's the second pin template that we have created. You can see how easy it is. All you've got to do is just play around with some elements and different texts and styles just to get it looking just the way you like. Now, if we go back to our pin, I mean, the colors are just a little bit different and the styles just a slightly different, but you can see that we've, easily created this template. And we know that it performs well because I had all those link clicks to that exact template. Okay, now let's go ahead and create the third one. Before we get creating this template, now this mock-up image here that I've used for this pin is actually an image that I have purchased. It's not a free image. So for my business, I'm subscribed to a stock image membership. So every month I get to download a certain amount of images that I can use for my business. Unless you're subscribed to a stock membership like I am, you're obviously not going to get this exact image. But if you want to invest in a membership such as the one I use, so I use Hot Stock, I would highly recommend using it. It's a fantastic stock membership. And I use a lot of the images in my website, on my Pinterest account, for my Etsy shop listings. I actually get these images from that website. There are other stock images that you can buy, so you can buy one-off images as well. And then on top of that, Canva actually have a whole heap of stock images that you could probably use to get the same effect that I've created here. So I'm just going to show you how I do this using my own stock image, but like I mentioned, you can head on over to Canva to find your own stock images. So add a new page. I'm going to go ahead and start creating this one now. Okay, so there we go. So that is our third and final template that we have created for our Etsy shop. As you can see, it's a little bit different to the one that we've created, but Like you can see here, it's just a little bit, the fonts and the colors and the image is a little bit different, but you can see the general idea of what is attractive to a Pinterest user. So they want that bold title, they want a description of what they're going to expect when they click on this pin. You know, they want bright colors, and they also want a mock-up of what the actual product is. Now, if you've actually got a physical product that you sell, this is where you would insert that physical product. Try and be a little bit creative about it, you know, and you want to obviously show off the best images you can, because that is what is going to attract a user on Pinterest. Okay, now to save these, it's really quite simple. All you got to do is just go up here where it's got this little download button. So click on that. And then you want to save it as a PNG, and then it's going to give you an option to either select the pages that you would like. If you would only like to select a couple of these rather than all of them, you can do so, but I'm just going to save all of them. So just go done and then hit the download button, and then it's going to download your images. It'll download it as a zip file. All you got to do is open up that zip file. So once you open up your folder, you're going to find your pin images here. So we've got our first one, so the brand board template that we created. Then we've got our portfolio template pin that we created. And then here is our Etsy shop branding kit Pinterest template. So there you go. In a couple of minutes, we were able to create 3 pin templates that we can use to upload into our Pinterest account and then link back to our Etsy shop listings. Okay, so I hope that this tutorial was helpful for you today. Now, if you haven't signed up for your free Canva account, what are you waiting for? There's a link in the description box below so you can sign up with your free Canva account. Now, you could go ahead and use Canva for free for forever, but if you want some of those additional features, you can upgrade to Canva Pro, and you can just do a couple of extra things. Personally, I use a Canva Pro account, but that's because I need it for my Etsy shop. But if you're happy using the free account with Canva, then by all means. Regardless, that link in the description box below will just help you get started with your free Canva account. Now, if you haven't already done so, don't forget to get that free resource that I created for you. It's the Startup with Etsy Roadmap. It goes through a 6-step process that I use and recommend for all new Etsy shop owners. It just gives you the steps that you need to get started with your Etsy shop the right way. I'll also leave a link in the description box below so you can go check it out. Alternatively, you can just go to aliciarafiei.com/Etsy Roadmap. Okay, I'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Bye for now.